can do it too. Easy as 1, 2, 3. You can do it too. Come along and draw with me. Pads and pencils, a very good start. So when you draw with your heart. You draw with your heart, 'cause you can do it too. You can do it too. You can do it too.
Hi, my name is Lydia Forte-Santiago, and here I am to do the 27th and 28th show. And today we're going to have a nice little interesting show. We're going to do this little puppy, Yorkie, that you see over here, and his name is Buttercup. And we're going to start with the light sketch. Always, like I told you before, you always start with a light sketch. You look at your sketch and you go back to your paper. Today, I'm going to be using, this is just drawing paper, regular drawing paper, so it's easy to do. And I'm using, this is a vine charcoal, only because there's a lot of darks and lights, and we're working with a different paper. It's not canson paper like last time. So let's get started. Later on, I'll show you some pictures of my grandkids, of Charlotte and Reese. And I want to motivate you children out there, all ages, to pick up your pencils and pick up your pads and start to sketch. And you will love it. So let's go. And we start first doing the light sketch. Follow his ears, come across, and do all his little hairs and little sticking out there. And remember what I said in the last show? I said you always punch in the darks first, but before that, we start doing light sketching. And remember, because when you're not sure, you just do it light. When you're sure, you can start doing it very, very dark. But right now, I'm just sketching him lightly, just to get the perspective of his the little nose is over here, which is so cute. So, and then I have a little caliper here, so you could see to a little bit distance where his eye goes, so you could fit it there and here, see? And then you could, this is called a caliper, and this I use also for measurements, so you could get an idea. Here's his little mouth begins there, and then I just bring down the chalk and blend this little in and just punch it out like this, So, and we make his little eye there, and press little eye there, like that, and then we, little by little, it starts to shape up. And anybody can do it. Remember what I said. If I can do it, you can do it. So pick up your pencils, pick up your sketch pads, and start. You can always check me out if you have little artwork. I'm at 2110 Forest Avenue. I'll always give you free critique of what you're doing or what you've done to help you and guide you through. Now, right here, he has a little, you keep looking back at the sketch. It's like you look, and then you look back, and you look, and back and forth. And you do this several times because you just want to put it in perspective. Sometimes if you just stay looking at one thing, you lose it. So you just keep going back and looking and see. This is little paws. His little paws are sticking out here. This is his little body here, and you press there. Yeah, and it's coming out real cute. And then with this particular vine pastel, this is very blendable, so you could kind of blend this a lot. This is easy, and it's easy as 1, 2, 3, just like I said. And if you do it once and you don't see the results, that's okay. You do it once, I do it the second time, you do it. You'll notice that once you do these little sketches, they start getting better and better. And the thing about the sketching and the drawing is the more you do them, the more you enjoy them. So you could do dogs, you could do cats, you could do your bird, all sorts of things. And you could even, if you like portraits, you could get into that, like some of my portraits I did over there. But now we're sticking to Buttercup. and he's precious and cute. So this is, and then right here you see little furs coming up there, you know. Now I'm not putting any color just yet, you know. I have a little. This is a gum eraser. My gum eraser. Remember I told you this about this gum eraser? I have it, and sometimes it gets dirty, so I just twist it like this so I get it clean, and then I could start drawing and just punching these things wherever I see the light. I just erase that, so it just punches it out a little bit more. And here's his little nose, which is so cute, you know. It's adorable, you know. And this comes like that, and it's really, and punch all this out like that, you know. And remember what I told you also in the last lesson. You always start with the darks. You see, like right here, there's a dark. So let's just put this in. Let's just put that in. That's dark. Let's just put that in there. Yeah. Then right here, you look right here, and this is dark. See, and so you can put that in. This is dark. You see, always the darks. I was taught at the Art Students League. I went to the Art Students League. You always punch in your darks. Right here, there's a little bit dark too. And then it goes like this. See now what's happening here? This is like where his paws are a little separate there because they're kind of like land on the table. I mean, he's so precious and cute. You know? And then he's on a little table. So I'm going to just put some shadow here to show that he's leaning on the table, just like that, you know. Like he's sort of like looking at us, you know, in a starry-eyed way. And then these now I change the stroke. Remember what I told you about changing the stroke? Every now and then you got to change your stroke of your hand and the stroke of and look at the way I'm holding it. It's important to see. I hold it like this, you know. I don't hold it like this, like a pencil. I'm actually holding it like this. So that's also important to do, you know. And here there's a dark spot right in here. So I see that comes like that. Here there's another dark spot. You punch that in there, look like that. And here there's some darkness here that's going back as the top of those little hairs that he has there from his coat of his, you know, fur there. And like that. And then here the eye is really, it's really cute. The shape of the eye that's kind of like important. And then there's like a little sparkle of white that you see there. That we're gonna just leave that. We're not gonna make that dark. We're not gonna make the whole eye dark, you know. We're just gonna put that in and like this. That we're not gonna darken that. And then this comes, a little fur comes like that, because he has a little, it just comes all around. And here, right here, you can see the little bit, oh, he's cute, like this. And you bring it down, and it's shaping up, you know, it's shaping up. And, you know, take your time, you know, do it like nice and slow. Don't rush it. Take your time. It's very enjoyable, it's relaxing, and you'll really have fun with it. You know, it's really nice. And every now and then you look back. You see how I back away only because I want to see the perspective of it. So I look at it just to see how my drawing is coming along, you know. I make sure that I get the little hairs and everything right, you know. And here is a dark, here I find a dark spot. See right here, this dark spot here? Now this is what I'm doing now. Put this dark spot in here, you know. If it's too much, which I think it is, I'm going to erase it there. That's why these little gum erasers they come in so handy, because you could just kind of, you know, blend them and twist them and everything if it get a little dirty, you know. And there. And like this. And then this comes a little like this. And then, of course, there's some, you know, remember I told you also the values of color. There's some, like, the shades go from dark, from medium, to light, to real light. So this way it's really, it's not just, you know, you start off with the dark, but then to get the effect, you're going to go dark, you're going to go medium, and you're going to go light, you know. So, because there's a lot of colors in this little Yorkie. There's tons of little colors, and you could see he's really cute. Now I bring it down like this, you know. Over here, there's some little hairs. There. See the way I'm holding this? This, like this. Now, in my next show, I'll be coloring this in. So we'll punch them out even more. We'll make it a little more. And then in my next show, I'll bring out my little granddaughter so you can see their little sketches that they're doing, and hopefully they'll motivate you to pick up your pads and pencils and start sketching too. And a lot of us have puppies and dogs. You can even sketch your own little dog. You have little puppies, and you could test it out. Sometimes if the dog doesn't stay still, you can just take a picture with your cell phone, and then you could kind of get his picture and then just start off with a photo. A little puppy like this would never stay still. We can't expect him to, but now it's shaping up. Now we get the nose and we sharpen it up here, you know, so we make it like there. And then right here on top, there's just a little light. So you got to see all these little details, and you just put them in. It's not as light as the eye, like the eye. So now with the eye, you could just, now look what I'm doing. This is interesting because I'm making like a little point here, you know. So I just touch it there and touch it there. Yeah. Just to show that he's sort of like looking at us, and yeah, like that. There. Yeah. See, so now, and you just tap it. Just tap it and press. Tap and press. See? Now that punched out a little bit more, right? Like that. And then over here on top of his little nose, we just make a little light. Not as light as the eye, but just over there. Because right here is his little nostrils. So I'll put them in, darken them in there, like that. Yeah, that's cute. And then we can just kind of swerve this. See, just to, you know what it is about art? You have to have a little passion for it. You know, nothing is hard. Nothing, don't ever use the word hard. Everything is a challenge. And it's a passion to do something you love to do. And I say, when you go into a field that you love to do, you will be the happiest. You don't go into a field where somebody wants you to do something that you yourself don't want to do. You have to do what your heart tells you to do, and that's what's going to make you happy. No. So it's follow your passion, just like you can do it too, is as easy as 1 through 3. You follow your heart. If it's something, art, if it's music, if it's singing, if it's an instrument you like to play, something that you love to do, you will always succeed because you're happy doing it. So it's the passion. It's not about how much you're going to make at it. It's the love that you have for the art. In this case, this little buttercup is cute, and he almost looks like he's looking at us in amazement. So he's really precious. And then the word is reinstate. After I feel that I'm a little sure of my drawing, I come back and I reinstate it. So now I'm reinstating this. The next show, we will put color in it. Now, and we'll show you how we do that. So we'll add the blue, and we'll add all the little shades of browns and the whites that he has over here, which is really cute. And we'll bring it alive to make it look three-dimensional. You always want to make your picture as photorealistic as possible, so it looks like he's actually there. You know. Look how cute he's coming, you know. And this takes a little time. You never have to rush it, you know. You take your time with it, and you'll see you'll get the best results. So this is really, really cute. And here, look how adorable that is. See, now these little hairs go out. So, and there's one there, you know. He's cute. Let's take a look at Buttercup and see how he's coming out, you know. Yeah. And here now you could put a little light there. Now watch this. Watch this, kids. Now this is, we want to motivate you kids out there that you're just beginning to study art and learn about art. Now here's my gum eraser. This is, I'm going to show you. This is pretty easy. Now you see the reason I'm pulling it like this? I'm going to show you why. Because it's a little dirty and there's too much black in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it like this and I'm going to make it into like a little point. I'm going to twist it and like those little toys that they sell for the kids that you play with while you twist it. So now I have a little point. See? I have a little point. Now I come back to my picture. Now right here I see this white spot, right? So look what I'm doing there. And right on top of the eye there's a little spot there. So I go like that. Now over here, right on top of this eye, there's a little lightness in there. So now right up here you see a big one. Look at that. And then here, right here, there's another big one. You see. Now here, there's another one. And then I look back there, and there's another one back there. You see. And then over here, right here underneath, there's another one. And here, there's all these lights. They're not white. They're kind of like golden brown, but they're there, so you can lighten them up. And then over here, where his little paws are coming, you lighten them up a little bit. Now you see how easy this is? It's easy as 1, 2, 3. See? And you could do it too. If I can do it, you could do it. No. Never say you can't do it, and never say it's hard to do. Always say it's very challenging to do. And if it's challenging, you can work on it and you can get it. And if you say you can't do it, that means you don't want to do it. So we never use the word can't. And I always pick up some motivating books. I read a lot of motivating books. Motivating books help you achieve success and things you want out of life, because they help you understand that whatever you want to do in life, you really can do it. It's the mind that controls the body. And if you decide to do something and be successful at something, you will be successful. And right in my next show, all this part here will be blue. I'll make that blue. And he has a little bit of lightness there on his ears, and right here there's a little different shade of light, which will look how cute that is. And see this shape? You almost right here. There's like a little bit. Oops. There's a little bit darkness there, and that's so we'll put that in. You see? Now look how. Okay, Buttercup, you're coming to life. There you go. Look how cute you're looking, and there. Now, in certain spots, like the eye area, when you get to the eye, you have to really darken it and then punch out the light, because it's like that makes it look very, very realistic. So let me show you what I mean by doing that. I don't want to just look at this. I don't want to just actually tell you without showing you. I want to show you because you could see for yourself what happens. And these little hairs, and then you can, these little hairs are coming, and they're like, now I'm changing this little, I'm going light with this because I'm trying to show that there's little hairs here. So I'm hardly touching this little paper. This is, by the way, I want you to know, this is newspaper print. This is what I'm working with. It's like when you go to art school, when I went to the Art Students League, when you start drawing and you take your drawing class, the first thing you get is a newspaper print pad. And that's what this is, because it's easy to work with this, before you go into paintings like this with oil and like Screaming Eagle, that beautiful portrait. Those are my little granddaughters, Charlotte and Reese, and Sandy destroyed the Richmond County Yacht Club, and the little dogs. First you start in with the newspaper print, and you do some light sketching, and then as you get better and you're sure of yourself and everything, then little by little you start going to the paints or to the pastels, because pastel is also good to use a lot, Now, make this a little shady here, because I see there's darkness here. There's a little darkness there, like that. And he's coming out really alive. Let's make him look good. Yeah. And like that, Yeah, like, see, now I do, like, remember I tell you before with the point? I make a point and I'll just come over here and this, yeah. And you see, that looks kind of cute. Now, first I just do this in black and white, and then we can always, the next show, we'll do it in color, So then that'll be a little bit more punchy, Yeah. Yeah. See how I'm pressing there? I'm just pressing there to make his eye come out more. That's, and this darkness here, see? And you know something, it's interesting, but the more you look at this picture, the more you see. And you know what happens, children and adults, I want to know, your eye becomes very sharp and very keen. And when you look at things, you look beyond what you're seeing. If you look at something, you don't just see just the blue. You look, you actually look, you take your time and you see the different shades that you could, because there's browns here, but there's different shades of browns. There's a lot of shades here, and this is what makes the beauty of it and makes it look so realistic, It's really cute. And then around here, like, your strokes have to change a little. Sometimes your strokes get a little heavy with the hand, and sometimes they get light with the hand. Like right underneath here as I'm looking. See, I have to look at this and look back. You do this in class. You do this when you take some drawing classes, like at the Art Students League where I went, which, you keep looking back, because the more you look back and the more you look at the picture, the better it'll get, because you start actually feeling that Buttercup is over here with us, and that's a cute name. I like that name, Buttercup. That's exactly what he looks like, a little buttercup. Now, and here with his ear, there's some little darkness here too that, and right in here, he has a little darkness here that is good. And then there's lightness there, you see. Wow, look how cute he is, He's really precious. And then we just, And I like animals. I love animals, and I certainly love these little cute little puppies. They're so adorable. And they're really fun to do. And it's very relaxing. And if I could do it, you could do it. That's the slogan. Remember that. It's always good to do something you love to do. Now look what he's beginning to look now. Right over here, he's a little dark, I see. So you could see a little bit of his... Yeah, look. And now what I'm going to do is, the word is like, and I said it before to you, remember I said reinstate? You just come back and you reinstate. And you just reinstate what you did. You reinstate here. You reinstate this. Yeah. And then right here, yeah, And the reason we're working with this particular charcoal, which is like a vine, is because there's so much dark in it here. It's quicker to do this than to start with a pencil sketch, being I'm going to put color with this, you know. So for some things, the vine is good, and for other things, like when I do a fine drawing, like Screaming Eagle, that this gentleman in Vietnam who's an airborne pilot. Now, for that, I didn't use vine. I use a pencil. I use a light graphite pencil to actually draw it. And then I came in with different color paint. Oil, that's oil paint, and I put it in. But with this little puppy, the material, remember that the material is very important because I'm working right now with newsprint. So if you're working with newsprint and I'm working with vine, it's a different medium. So you treat it a little different. If I was going to paint this, I wouldn't be using vine. I would not be using this. If I was going to paint this, I would have to use a pencil to sketch it because you can mix oil paint and vine and this, you know, it wouldn't be good. Charcoal you can because I could spray it with fixative, and if you spray it, it's okay because when you spray it, it's good. It's cemented in, and then if you rub it like that, you don't have to worry. So then it'll take. But for this, you have to. For this particular newsprint, then I prefer doing this, you know. And now he's coming really looking cute. And don't always say, like, when do you know you're finished? Let me tell you something. People always ask, my students always ask, when are you finished? Well, it's very simple. You're actually finished when you like it. When you like it and you like the results, then stop. You know, if you see that you don't like the result, obviously something is missing. This is like doing a puzzle. If you don't like what you're doing, then you know what? Then it's not finished to you. But when you like it, then you say, I like it now, so you know what? Now I'm going to stop. Because that's when you feel it's done. So, you know, it's when you like it and you say, then you stop. Like right now, I'm beginning to like it. I like the results. Now it's beginning to look really punchy and really nice. You know, right in here, if you notice, there's a little darkness. And when you want something to recess, that means that when you want to go back or you want to in the back, then that's when you use the dark. Like right here, I would put dark because I want his chin to pop out, his over on the. So I'm going to darken this right there because I want the pores to pop out. I want this to pop out, so I darken. Now, if you want something to come out, so that then you don't dark, then you light. So now you want something to come out, so now you're going to change it. Now you're going to do the light like this. So then you do the light, you know. So little by little, it just takes a nice little form, you know. So remember what I said. If you want to push it back, recess it back, you darken it and it goes back. If you want it to come out where like a focal point, then you take your lights and you punch in your lights. That makes it come out. So if something is like even the dogs up there, like little Lacey up there, you see the background is dark. I wanted to punch out the light. That's how you do it. So little by little, you do it like that. So now the next time I come back, I'll come with my little granddaughters and I will show you what they did with their little sketches. And I want to motivate all you children out there, no matter what age you are, to start to pick up the pencils and pick up your pens and pick up all different charcoals and colored pencils and start, you know. And this way, you could also do it too. It's enjoyable and it's a lot of fun. So this way, keep me in mind, see the show. You know, I tell my students all the time, if you miss anything, you could always go on YouTube and you could get these shows because they're lessons in art. So little by little, you'll be learning a little bit more, you know. So it's been very nice being on the show and I love trying to be informative and I hope that I'm helping a lot of people out there because a lot of people miss out and they don't work on it. Thank you for watching the show, that you could do it too. And remember, you could do it too. Thank you.